threw it off, didn't I? Welcome to Holding Action. The show where the chaos and combat is controlled by the you baby hand whopped Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you all for being with us. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are going to be diving right into the functional climax of our campaign thus far. Before we do, and we're gonna do some bouncing around, and actually no, we're not. We're keeping it relatively simple and streamlined based on the number of circumstances we have in front of us. But as we move towards the end, it's important to sometimes slow down. And I want to take a quick second to shout out a Jammy Whammy Games, who, if you are not following, you should be, on the Twitters, on the Twitches, everywhere except for Dark Alleys. Go follow Jammy Whammy. But 37 months for the subs, that is a lasting bond. So thank you so much for coming back with us. Stream Mom coming in to make sure we get dejamatized right away. Echoes Liar for 8 months. Rockin' and Sock'em. Hey Fabe with 100 bitos for the kiddos. Mergs Curse with the typical 237 odd number that I'm imagining will at some point get rounded out. You just never know when it's going to happen. Jammy Whammy with the gift sub to the community. KJ with 200 bits. Aoife in the house, aka Daisy, dropping the 5 bomber. Miss Mindykins, aka D, I think, dropping the 5 bomber directly behind. Do make sure you follow the stream if you are not already, and then join us Wednesdays where you can see Miss Mindykins playing Stay Alive. Also, go follow on the Twitches a first ever subathon taking place on Sunday. So make sure we're supporting and sharing love with our one and only Miss Mindykins. L Street, who is very much behind us in the best of ways, 500 bits. Mergs Kurgs looking to keep it odd by throwing an even 400. KJ with a 5 bomber as well. What's up, glasses? I see you. Okay. McCole resub now. A year. 12 months for McCole. Let's go. Not only a wonderful and talented artist, but a longtime supporter of the stream. Wonderful, awesome human being, as it were. We are also going to make sure that Echo starts with plot armor. L starts with plot armor. My wife, which I'm not even sure what the details and circumstances are there, but my French friend Rennisser also can have some plot armor. So we're basically all stocked up. The party is ready to rock, completing that level 4 hype train before we literally were live. What's wrong with y'all? Can't do that. That's not how it works. That's not how the game's played. That's not a thing. That's not how stuff happens. Except for with y'all. And we love and appreciate it. Because we are pushing down towards the end, and we are preparing for a great many other things, we're going to keep announcements relatively light and limited so we can get into the action for which we intend to hold. And ultimately, if you are not awares, Wednesdays, Stay Alive. It's a cool, awesome TTRPG thing. It's difficult to describe in some capacities, but that easy to describe in other capacities. But do make sure you are joining us. It's got a different cast, but I also run that game for another table of wonderful, awesome players, and it is a different kind of experience for sure. Make sure you get your parents' permission if you are watching this. Why would you be watching this without your parents' permission? That's nonsense. Never mind. Don't ask your parents anything.
What if you are a parent?
Be a rebel. If you are a parent, give yourself permission, and then also join us Wednesdays. If you have not already, make sure you're joining the FreeForge Discord. The content creation team that we are assembling, I think starting back in September, is taking its next big steps forward this Saturday. We're getting the ball rolling on that with the culmination of a wildly successful charity drive.
Culmination.
So, thank you. Culmination. So thank you to everybody who has been part of our team, community, space, support structure. Everything has been absolutely awesome, wild, wonderful. So, before kicking off, because we didn't have a ton of stuff to dive into, does anyone, putting you on the spot, does anyone have throwouts that they needs to do?
We love you guys.
Perfectly valid submission.
All the loves.
Yeah, I only just have the one.
Just the one love. Whoever you are,
I
I'm
don't
sure
think he
you're
meant
very
just the one
No, no.
club, just the one request. One
Yeah,
thing
just
he
the
had
one.
to say.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a statement.
Oh, well, what is your statement?
AJ, put it in the chat. Push the button.
Put it
Push
in
the
the button. That's how you do it.
Push the button.
This is holding action.
Play that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Play the song.
Never gets old. But we have a very limited number of opportunities for us to yet hear that. So do make sure you are tuning in and following.
Well, I mean, you can go to YouTube and watch the intro on there over and over if you wanted.
I mean, that is
On
also true.
repeat.
So, picking up where we left off, the party found themselves pursuing some recent questions unearthed about our one and only dear L, the Magi with the construct companion, a lover of all things tinkering, and a infinite thirst for knowledge. Elle had been largely homebound through imposition of her changeling form and the will/instruction of her parents. Following an assault in her exploration of the city, safety, fear, and concern over being discovered led her to largely be raised within the confines of her parents' tavern. However, through the party's adventures, exploration, details have been unearthed that seem to suggest Elle's encounter with her random assailants may have perhaps been more impactful than originally thought. Specifically to the tune of Elle having been gravely injured and no one having immediate access to the restorative magics necessary to return her to life. In an act of desperation, the calling in of favors from numerous family friends and what ultimately proved to be a lethal risk to one of them, Elle was brought to a powerful and well-renowned magi, Hubert J. Hovarth, whose advancements in construct and organic amalgamation had allowed her to remain alive, though not functional in her current sense. As the party was guided back to the hidden recesses of the City of Stars, a long-lost legend ultimately found and discovered by our would-be heroes, it was realized that while Elle's form was largely her own, it possessed only her soul. A laboratory-oriented container in a magi workshop that they overlooked after taking a short tour through the City of Stars, led by none other than Hubert J. Hovarth himself, revealed that a more construct-oriented form had in fact been the housing for her mind. And her construct companion, worn as a suit of armor, bonded to her telepathically, connected through designs and inking in her very skin, was functioning as a conduit that bridged the gap between the two, both keeping her alive and with some semblance of herself. Picking up where we left off in the City of Stars, you overlook a large laboratory. Within a shattered glass receptacle holding something at some point, separated by a small table covered in scattered items and another receptacle that you can clearly see Elle's form being housed. A scattering array of electric Tesla discs, gears, and pipeworks line the perimeter of the room, and an unusual creature, humanoid form, tiefling horns, and largely construct accoutrement, additional signs and signatures of some kind of artificial corruption in some capacity. this creature assaulting this small viewing window into the lab below, where you made your presence known, only to disappear and slink into the shadows of the lab itself. Rennisser and Echo just trailing up slowly behind Elle and Hovarth, who had been working through the exposition of explaining how Elle came to find herself here, now stands in awe of what she is viewing, confused by her construct's companion vast leap in intelligence that seemingly grew and grew as they got closer and closer. And now in a relatively small, rocky corridor, you are all collected and amassed in the apparent safety behind this glass. So, party redacted. What happens next?
So So is this like this is my actual body?
Yes and no. Some of you are here. Some of you there. You see, you were badly injured. It was necessary for me to work a considerable period of time to try to find a resolution, you see. Saving the mind, the immediate priority, otherwise you would be lost. I had to form a more crude housing for it.
So what I've been doing with Tidbit, is that you?
Oh no!
Is that
Oh,
me?
no. You are
The
in
script,
fact.
did you write it or did I?
Well, as I said, you put together a great many modifications. When you left here, you had but a couple small rings around your form, enough to keep it attached. As a matter of fact, even was it Tidbit?
Yeah.
Seems to be unusually developed. Figured your aspirations and interest in creating these construct things was a useful tool to lean on, a way to keep you connected.
I'm gonna look at the glass where the figure was that went all rare. And that's tea?
Yes. Miss Afonhala, brought you here. Her exposure to the Venomagi stone suggested she was resistant to Anavan poisoning. Provided the best chance to keep you safe, you see. I toiled day to night, night to day, to try and bring you back together. Tierra Nostra, she continued to slip. She was strong, resistant, but the ravages of such power is unavoidable. She succumbed to Anavan poisoning, and was doomed to die, of course. Tried to help her as well. As you can see, her form remains. Was not able to save her in time to harness the soul or capture the mind. It is a great failing of mine. I'm sorry. I did try.
Why is she still like this then? How could you leave her like that?
I tried to help her. As soon as I saw that it was not working, tried to place her in a hibernative state. Something to slow the progress of the poison. She could no longer be sedated. She escaped her confines and I escaped my lab, barely with my life. I'm sorry, but she is no longer the Tira Nostra you once knew.
I'm gonna walk to the glass and try to look through it. But not,
Okay.
I'll still stay like a couple feet away. Why didn't you call for my parents? Or anyone to help her?
Your parents were said to be needed on deathly important business. It is what prevented what I'm given to understand would have been royal escort. Hera and Sproigans were assisting the king in Dragon Pass. Said to be a pivotal battle. King insisted the Guardians would be needed. Trusting in Tira Nostra to see the job done. They offered an exchange, an arrangement. I was given resources, personnel, and a number of distance to try and anything that the king could spare, but it proved not enough. I did try. I really did try.
And is there anything we can do to save her?
If you could do it, I could not. I would love to see it done. I would. I feel as though, as a favor to one of her friends, maybe, I would rather see her released than carrying on like this. If you can get to it, her journal is right down there on that table.
Where is he pointing?
Into the interior of the lab, In the back right corner of it, there appears to be some scattered books and scrolls, some documentation, clearly a collection of notes, but you do see that there appear to be 3 or so more bound style books that are appearing on the table.
And it's in the room with tea. I'm gonna look over at Echo. She's like this because of me. Hi.
Is she? She's like this because of a decision she made to help your mom and dad.
You mustn't
Because
blame
of some-
yourself.
Yeah, it's not because of you.
She saved me. And I can't leave her like this. I can't. If her mind and her soul are gone, she's basically in. What is with her? Is she an undead? Is she a construct? Like, what's going on in that?
Yes and no. There is possibly a way. A temporary measure. But if he could be reduced to a point of limited resistance and overloaded with copious amounts of electrical charge, theoretically she could be detained if it's possible.
But
Except
detained and then what?
There is only one functioning hibernation vestibule left. The organic form of Aliriel's mind remains active in the other one. We would have to forcibly reintegrate your forms together, or
You
your
just, like,
body would fall.
Pluck her brain out of the other one and give it back?
Not entirely. I have machines I was working on for some time, as I said. My goal was to have you fully restored. I very confident I got close. It's just a little experimental.
I was just thinking about the time with Pyramid Hovarth and his experiment with whatever that guy's name was.
Poker gut?
Yeah. Experimental things. I don't know how much I trust you, Hovarth.
The magic of the
Prime.
soul and the magic of the mind, very different things. Two entirely different forms of magic. To infuse them into objects, extremely temperamental. Early testing did suggest I have reason to err on the side of confidence, but if you are able to otherwise incapacitate our dear Terra Nostra, we will have limited time. It is a risk that only you can decide to choose.
A limited time to do what exactly? What am I choosing here?
When your body is removed from the hibernation, it will begin to decay and pass rapidly. reintegration is the only possible resolution. If you're not concerned with preservation of Tierra Nostra, we will have more time. But you must decide.
What? Yeah, but I don't mean to speak over you in this moment, Elle. But the negative side of this whole thing is Elle could not live anymore.
That seems a reasonably low likelihood. It's far more likely there may be side effects from the reintegration.
Like?
It's difficult to say. As I said, these things are rather complicated, but
I believe in you. You can say it.
In portions of the rearrangement of you may find yourself otherwise imbued with certain construct-oriented aesthetics.
So you're saying we could try to just incapacitate T,
Yes.
try to save her at a later date, which gives us a shorter amount of time, giving me a higher risk of being, what, some sort of biological and construct being?
Exactly, yes. With the small, just teensy-weensy possibility of your mind not joining or your soul not joining as well. Or one
what
or the
would
other.
I become then? Would I be like Tierra Nostra?
It's possible. As I said, there are risks. I do not intend to tell you how to handle it, but
I've been seeing this girl in waking dreams. What happens if I don't integrate?
visions of the future. Then I will likely enlist the assistance of someone else to provide a second hibernation pod for you, and we'll try again in another 12 years.
If I continued on as is, are we breaking down?
Well, we're all breaking down to some extent. Even your strong friend back here, slowly, one molecule at a time.
Rennisser walks away.
Hovarth, you know what I'm asking. Be straight. Don't need to go in circles.
Your body, as you know it right now, is strong and will last a long time. Your mind is not meant to be housed this way. You, as you know yourself, will last for a long period of time. But you will see your intellect begin to wane. Your curiosity and knowledge will taper. And then you will become like everyone else before you are no longer that either.
Did my parents know about this?
These complications were not known ahead of time. There was no way to know. This was all highly experimental. A desperate situation, you see.
So you didn't know the risks and didn't let them know.
I could not let someone know risks I did not know existed.
Did you guess, Hovarth?
Well, I could have provided an extremely long list of any number of things that could have theoretically added complication.
And how many of those that you would have put together are accurate at this time? Most.
40%.
Yeah.
You could have exploded. So, lucky us.
Fair. That's...
Yes.
So, I have to combine myself or go into hibernation. Otherwise, I'm going to lose all of my brain power. I can already feel it going. Until I'm a potato. And
sure. Potatoes,
if I
actually,
do combine,
not that.
I've got a short amount of time if I don't want to murder T, or a longer period of time if we do murder T. And in either case, the combination may be me with parts, maybe my soul, maybe not, maybe my mind, maybe not.
Well, if
That's
you
neat.
provide
that about
me
sums up
more
that
time
situation.
and access to my lab, I have a high degree of confidence we can iron out all of the kinks in no more than a year or so. But if you wish to try to conserve Tierra Nostra's form, it will be a gamble, yes. So, chilly in this.
What's the
cave.
process?
We'll have to place you within one of our transfer coils. Ramp up the arcane energies to maximum levels and, shunk shunk. Just pop the two together, just that simple.
No, it's not.
No, it's rather complicated. I don't know if I have time to explain the whole process necessarily, but that's about the short and skinny of it.
Okay, well, here's another skinny tidbit is keeping us tethered.
Yes.
What's gonna happen to him?
Your conduit will perform a critical function in the exchange and will be consumed as part of the process.
Oh! Cool. Alright.
And Tidbit at this point has slid back down the glass and comes up to you. Elle, we are home. We are us. You are me. Family.
I don't want to lose you.
To place inside is not to lose. To place inside is to keep and protect. Tidbit help.
I know. I love you.
You see the eyes sort of scroll, beginning to narrow, the rotational framing lens of the luminant blue dialing down. L. Family. Puts his arms out in this robotic stance and moves into you to surround you, kind of hugging around the outside of your arms. Tidbit loves you, and you are family. Tidbit knows. Unwraps his hands and takes a few small steps back. Tidbit, ready.
Either we all join or we all just hit our way and die.
Tidbit turns to look at the glass. Turns back to look at you after a brief moment. Tidbit will go with you.
I
Tidbit
grip the
strong.
little owl I haven't let go of even tighter. Okay.
You see
tissue.
Tidbit's form rise up. The two breastplates open up. The arms begin to snap open as the telescoping bindings open and expand. The armored form waiting for you to step within to find its arcane protections.
I step in. Do you have anything that can give a large electrical shock?
As Tidbit's form begins closing all around, you see additional plates now falling from the side, cresting forward, almost these Valkyrie-esque points emerging near the bottom of the chin as all of Tidbit's charging protectors and the housing units where Tidbit would normally have additional brackets and plating begin to swing around and extend out, forming much more extensive coverage than previous. Hovarth kind of eyes over this transformation. Oh, good word. Yes, the enchantments we were working with will be extremely protective. They were originally meant to keep her whole, protected, stable. They will make her very resistant to your suggestions. You will have to power up some of the lightning coils within. You'll
How?
have to.
How?
Just over there. There's a crank that runs energy through the lab. Just a little bit will go a long way, but if you discharge the lightning into her form, should be enough to break the enchantments temporarily, so you can incapacitate her. If you can expend a large enough burst of lightning into her when she is otherwise hindered, that should be enough to jumpstart the hibernation, so to speak. You'll then have to quickly remove yourself. Well, not yourself, but yourself from the hibernation pod. Place her within. And then we will have to begin.
I am doing my best. I don't want to kill the person who came like this to save me.
She was a friend of mine as well, I understand. I told your parents I would do everything I could. And they have seemed understanding of the measure thus far. So I would prefer Tira Nostra be able to live as well. But it is a great risk to you that I'm afraid I cannot support based on the word I've given to your parents. I've told you all the information that is of value to give, and now you must decide.
Okay. We're gonna go in there. Try to incapacitate T. And try to put me all back together again. See how that turns out.
Are your friends on board with this plan as well?
Will you come with me? You don't have to, it's dangerous, but...
Yeah, of course.
Al, I guess Rennisser spoke for himself, but I didn't want to speak for him, but like, we're gonna back your plan here. We're gonna back whatever it is you want to have happen.
Thank you. 'Cause we're a party!
And that's what party members do for each other.
So I
would like to go to a party. So
You know what? We should have a really big one after this.
There's a
You might have to remind me.
collection of Scarba mead if maybe for later.
the electricity is not going to do anything to us or the L that's in that pod, right?
The L inside there, no. I would recommend discharging it from a safe distance is all.
Cool.
You should maybe avoid standing directly on lightning coil when you discharge it, and you'll need to try and make sure that Tira Nostra is in range.
Okay.
Not an uncomplicated matter, I suppose. But if you remove the protective enchantments, strong as she was never really a warrior. Should provide you your best chance. I can grant you access to the lab, but in the event of your failure, I will close it behind you and observe from up here. I grow concerned that we would need a backup just in case.
Is Construct L with Tira Nostra or with us?
What? There is no construct
What?
L.
Whatever, the L that has my mind.
That's in the hibernation pod.
With Tira Nostra or with us?
With Tira Nostra.
Thank you. Just give me one moment, and I'm gonna take out my own journal, and I'm gonna quick write down everything that I hadn't written down for today, because I've been keeping track ever since time went back with the Wish Lady, in case my mind and my soul don't connect right and a part of me is lost. And then I'm gonna cast Sending to my mom.
Okay. And what are you sending her?
I found myself. I love you both so much. I'm gonna try to put everything back together again. Hopefully it goes well. It'll be fine. You raised me. Okay. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug. Bye, bye.
There is a brief pause, but no more than 10 or so seconds. And you end up getting a message back, your mother's voice slowly working its way into your mind. Always search and always stay curious, Elle. I have faith in you. I love you. I'll see you soon. The message ends.
And quick, write a couple of notes to people just in case I forget.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna close it up, wrap it up, and leave it on Hovarth's side.
Okay.
Hey, don't touch that, okay? Unless all of us die. Then give it to my parents.
Oh, sure, all right.
Okay.
If you die, deliver this to your parents.
No.
Is it time sensitive?
No. Well, before they die. Within the year.
Sure, that seems reasonable.
I feel like you haven't left here in a very long time, so I
It
don't want
has
to be like...
been a very, very long time, actually.
I mean, if I die, you don't really need to stay in here, right?
Well, no,
This
I
all
suppose
goes to...
not.
You could probably leave. Then you
Well,
can take a look.
don't want to paint the wrong picture. I've been trying to continue my research to improve the odds of success in the event that this very circumstance should arise. Did not make much headway in certain areas, but I was certainly working on it.
I believe you.
Well,
Go in there, turn the crank, throw the girl into the coil. Hibernation pod to transfer coils. Press go, hope for the best. Yeah?
something to that effect, yes. Yes. Charge the lightning coil. Bring T near one. Activate to discharge and incapacitate. She'll need to.
Oh, so we should throw her. We're probably not going to do much damage at all to her until she's been electrocuted.
The protective enchantments are quite powerful.
Anybody got any manacles?
Yeah,
Feels like.
actually.
Oh.
That I
How
don't find
strong are
entirely
they?
surprising.
Pretty strong.
Well, maybe we knock her down a few pegs and then just chain her to something. Think that would work, Hovarth?
Nothing that would expend significant amounts of arcane energy if snapped from the wall, say, hypothetically.
Fair.
Current form is also rather strong.
Can't. Oh, the
I
metal.
actually have an idea. We'll need to get her down some. Wait,
Yes.
I don't think I could force people into the box. Well, whatever. But we
Isn't
could
she-
knock her out and then
isn't
put her
she-
in the box, and then we don't have to worry about it.
Technically incapacitated right now in the thing. No, she was no. I take
No.
that back.
She's
No.
vicious.
Yeah.
All right, let's knock her out.
You.
Let's try not to totally kill her, because I would like to find a way to save her life. Toss her in a box, and then we can do our thing.
You know,
Yes.
based on stories I've heard, think it's maybe a good thing we didn't bring your mom if our goal is to not
She just
kill her.
kills. Yeah, she doesn't. If all of the stories that I heard are accurate, like she'll try not to kill somebody, and then it's just like, ugh, and then it's just a little bit too hard.
Stop fighting, dead.
It's also a good thing that we left Max behind.
I don't know who this Max
I did. I left
person
Max
is,
behind.
but I believe I've given you the best insights that I can to the odds of your success in whatever pursuit you happen to be chasing down.
I'm gonna grip onto Tidbit. Put the little owl in my pocket. Alright, guys, let's go. Who wants to turn the crank? I'll keep her busy. Who's the fastest?
Real quick. Do you have the 25-step process for this written down somewhere in case somehow you get incapacitated? Because
Oh, yeah. I'll go back to my journal and I'll quick rewrite the notes that I had originally done. Take it so that it's still in my note. Here you go.
thank you, because I only remember like 4 of these. So
Frank?
okay.
Yeah.
Lure, lightning, punchy
Yeah.
punchy. Haha.
But doesn't the lightning start with the crank? What
Yeah,
the hell
crank.
am I? Yeah.
What's
Yes,
the
that-
go button for the lightning?
Each lightning coil has a switch to activate the discharge.
Where?
Directly next to each conduit.
Will that not electrocute us?
As long as you are not standing on it.
Whatever. Let's just do it live.
So
I'll keep her busy. I'll try to
Is there
throw
like
her
a-
into a coil if someone wants to do a crank and pull a switch.
Do you mean like not do it undead? We'll do it live. Okay, yeah. Let's. Okay.
And also, I just want to point out, you guys were with Merith for only a couple days, so I don't know if you'd known that he could actually heal. I cannot. Okay,
I can heal a little bit.
So I just kind of wanted to put that out there because I didn't know if you got in any situations with him outside of this last one where he would have needed to have.
He did heal
healed.
us a little bit, but that didn't seem
Mostly
to
we
really
just
be
went
the
down.
type of healer. We
He
can
helped us a lot.
no, right. Healing was not his like main thing.
No, but
We can
he
both
could
heal.
do it. I can't.
Yeah, we can
So-
both heal a little bit too.
Okay, perfect. That's good for me to know.
Yeah.
So okay. Well, this is your thing. You're the leader today.
If I forget all of you, this has been rad.
Yeah, let's get your brain
Echo,
back.
I really hope I don't forget anything, because then you'll be the only one from the alternate timeline.
Illyrial Sealfra.
You can call
If
me
you
out.
forget, I'll remind you.
I also wrote a lot in my notebook, so you can just... Hopefully I can be able to read. I wrote in common, so, well, most of it. Some of the previous stuff isn't. So,
As long as it's
nobody's
not
gonna be able to
Dwarven.
read that. It's usually the most important stuff. That's fine.
that is
Let's
magic
go.
for that.
Oh,
Again,
that's
well,
true.
I shouldn't say let's go. I take that back again. Elle,
Yeah, let's go.
you're the leader today.
Let's go beat this lady up.
Yeah, let's electrocute your friend.
And then put myself back together again.
Yes,
This is the weirdest fairy tale, and I read about the Fairhearts. This is the weirdest fairy tale ever. Okay.
all will be well. I have every faith. So eventually you see Hovarth turn and begin to move down the rest of the cavernous hallway. Eventually leading to a small turn that descends into this a finished staircase. This small stretch of cavernous area is one of the very few of this full stretch thus far that you've seen that doesn't appear to have some level of finishing or quality surrounding. And as you're led down the immediate path, there is a large, not bright, not luminant in any capacity, but a very, very bright copper silver amalgam goldish looking door, clearly made of metal, clearly thick, clearly heavy, but it has this very gentle sheen on it and a variety of these metallic colors that seem to have been infused throughout it, like an unpounded Damascus of a smattering of different metals. A huge line floor to ceiling dividing what appear to be the two segments of this individual door, but with a collection of latches and levers that are drawn down across the expanse where this gap would open, seemingly suggesting a very high degree of resistance. And based on the state and overall craftsmanship of them, seemingly compiled over a period of time. It's likely there was some rudiment safety in place for these, and additional ones have been added since the lab's first creation. Moving down towards the door itself, Hovarth stops about 5 steps away. Are all of you ready for what you are to face on the opposite side of this door?
Not quite. Give me one more moment. And I'm gonna quick undo Tidbit.
Okay.
Go into
And
his
pops down.
his little pocket space.
What are
Take
you
out
doing?
all of the we're gonna be combining soon, and there's just like a lot of extra parts in here. And I'm gonna take out like the random money and screws and tinkering tools and like random scrap pieces that I had in there.
Why
and I'm
did
gonna
you
just-
not use this to upgrade me?
I've been using it the whole time. It takes a while to come up with things, and I didn't want to mess you up. And then I'm also gonna take off my take out all of the coins and stuff that I have hidden all over the place. Echo, here you go. Just in
I
case.
would like a parachute. Staring at your hands as you hand the coins across.
Good sir, you have a parachute.
I would like
And a
another
flotation device.
parachute.
You only need one. It takes up a lot of space. And then I'm going to take out the box, but take off everything else. And like on the very top of my big pile, I'll put the glass dagger. Okay. Come back to bit. Let's do this thing.
I'm gonna be like trying to like, since Elle got not quite naked, but naked, I'm gonna be like trying to.
I didn't get naked. I was just
He's-
pulling things
yeah.
out of random spaces and dropped
I mean,
my
but you
bag.
said you took everything, so I'm just like, I assume you took off not everything, not naked, like I said, but you know, I don't know. what's
No,
happening
I just took my bags off and
Oh.
any extra pouches.
Your
and-
items.
Yes, I am literally just Elle and Tidbit right now
Okay.
with an empty storage space.
Is there anything else anybody needs to or wants to do right away?
Axe. I'm ready to go.
Short sword.
Okay.
Comma.
Hovarth looks at all of you without saying anything, begins moving towards the door, slowly undoing some of the latched fasteners, drawing his finger across these arcane enchantments that you see drift and tumble away like thin sheets of ice that come crackling off the door. Stops about halfway through on one and turns to look at all of you. I will have to begin replacing these very quickly. I'm afraid I will not be able to even see you for a matter of half a minute or so. Hopefully, the instructions are clear. Do you have any last questions?
Ooh, I bend down and grab the teleportation helmet, holding my axe teleportation helmet in the box. Nope.
And he runs his finger down the rest of the door. This red barrier crinkling off the interior side of it before ultimately crumbling on the ground, disappearing into a thin smoke. And you see the door actually come ajar on its own. Hovarth puts both fingers inside, leans in to take a slow peek. Swings one open, looking to push you inside.
I go through first and put the 2 items to the side, ready to take her attack if she comes while letting the other 2 come in.
And because we're getting into combat, that's actually where we're going to take a break.
First break.
First break!
My whole life is changing.
So,
Who am I?
yeah, go be gross, go hydrate. We're going to get back to some unusual, interesting, whatever type stuff. No big deal. It's fine. It's whatever, right? Like,
Totally
it's just
fine.
a thing. It's just a thing.
Cool.
Fine.
Jacky's preparing for the
It's just a
battle.
thing. Just a
Chug a
thing.
mug.
Yeah.
Chug a mug.
So we are going to be back in just the briefest of moments. Get yourself some chugs. Get yourself some hugs. Get yourself some loves, if that's your thing. Whatever the case might be, get you some of that, because we're on first break / only break.
And yes,
Get
there
you
will
some of
definitely
that
probably be more
tea.
crying.
That Bandicoot Splish and Splash tea.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was also gonna say nugs and tugs, but then it hit wrong up here. So like,
Nope. I mean,
whatever you're
listen,
into,
I guess,
go
but
do that. We are gonna be back in a
thing.
very short period of time to
really quick.
conclude.
Yeah, if
the
you can
chaos
nugs
here,
and tugs
so.
within like 10
Yeah.
minutes,
10-15.
go for it.
If you can nug and tug, then get your Bandicoot
Okay,
Splish
we
and
are
Splash
so
on.
dejamatized right now.
Yeah, obviously. Welcome back to Holding Action. We are set to
Pew pew pew.
whop whop. We are set to get back into the action here. For those of you just dropping in, for those of you just coming to hang out, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time. But the party has found themselves in the long lost and hidden city of stars, wherein they are attempting to recover the schismed form, the separated mind and soul of the party's magi, one Illyrial Siofra. However, in so doing, have recently discovered that the de facto guardian or protector of the lab wherein L's counterparting half is housed is an old friend of the family, corrupted with the Anavan poisoning and Venomagistone magic that has certainly been far more rough on this person than it was on L. As a result, the party gathered information in a way to potentially incapacitate Illyrial's former family friend, but at some great risk to Elle herself, as both of her halves must quickly be merged or her mind will slip and deteriorate rapidly. We pick up now with the party being let into Hubert Hovarth's lab and told that they will be locked inside so Hovarth can have a measure of insurance and protection in the event of their failure. So, as you begin to move through the confined space, L, you look around to see this vast expanse of lab works and rudiment materials, a buzz of electrical energy filling the air, but no immediate sign of Tierra Nostra. Perhaps somewhere nearby, but not directly in front of you, the smashed container that seemingly housed her body at one point in time, collecting dust on its remaining parts of glass and gold. But Rennisser and Echo, as you move into the space and begin hearing the enchantments quickly laid across the back of the door behind you, the lab is eerily quiet and apparently empty. What would you all like to do?
I'm going to just not make any sound, just motion for Echo to go towards where the crank is. And I will try to also move silently and keep an eye out for T. I don't want to just look in front of me. I also want to look up.
Okay.
And actually, I'll quick glance behind me at them to make sure she's not like above the door, like in the corner.
Make a perception check.
Gotta zoom in here. Too zoomed out. 24.
Okay. So you do not see T.
I'm gonna just keep looking.
Okay.
I'm trying to make note of where every electrical, like, pitten is or whatever, and where all the switches are.
Okay. And Echo, you're just slowly making your way over?
I'm gonna quietly and I don't want to say stealthily, but you know, carefully, knowing I could like literally be attacked by this unknown entity to me, Echo, at any moment, over to the crank.
Okay.
And crank that.
Okay.
And I'd be moving with her.
All right. And Rennisser, whereabouts are you looking to stay and set up?
I mean, I'll go halfway between where they are now and where I am currently.
Okay. So we'll say right there, give or take?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So, as you begin, you see these sparks and lightning beginning to stretch out from these coils in the area. The buzzing in the air begins to grow loud. Your hair, the vibration under your clothes beginning to touch and tickle at your skin, your hair slowly drifting out in front of you as this electric static begins to course through the atmosphere. And yet, no reveal of T immediately.
I'll move south of where Echo is cranking.
Okay.
And I'm assuming I don't see her from this position anywhere.
And you,
'Cause if I
you said you rolled a natural 20 on your perception check?
No, I rolled a natural 18, which gave me a 24.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Come on, Jacky, it's just minus 10. 14.
Okay. You do not immediately see T still. Lingering somewhere, perhaps, you begin to hear these drips and ticks, the laboratory slightly alive. There's almost an air of calm. The rhythmic thrum of the electric coils continuing to burst forth, lightning shooting out of them. And after about 20 or so seconds, you hear and the coils begin to slow down. Eventually, the charge dissipated from the coils itself, and all of the steel rings that seem to comprise the makeup of these lightning coils again grows still, quiet. Your hair slowly resting back down on the front of your armor.
Deej, what is the containment unit that Construct L is in? Does that look sturdy enough, or does that look like we should worry about that getting like punctured or broken?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
11.
You can tell by the dilation of the form within that the glass is likely very, very thick. You can see from the broken container next to it that the glass is probably a good 1.5 inches thick. Certainly not something that's overly fragile. How it would deal with temperature or force or some kind of significant impact is hard to say for sure, but it's likely far more resilient than you'd expect normal glass to be.
Good to know. I'll let you two know that it seems sturdy enough.
Well, that's good. Echo, will you crank that again? And when she does, is that like an open hole in the ground? The 3 slots on the side?
There does appear to be a pipe that disappears into the ground that is uncovered, yes.
I'll look into it with my axe raised.
Okay.
She does a little chargy poo.
And in that moment,
Okay.
you peer in, looking, axe at the ready, and this quick lunge comes forward. Fortunately, you find yourself not surprised by such action. However, you do in fact see T bursting forward, looking to swipe claws at you. It's a natural 20 to start with. Yep. Okay, so not so bad. Well, you know. So you take 10 points of slashing. But you also take 16 points of lightning damage.
Lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
16 points. I'm going to split it between me and Tidbit.
So this set of razor-sharp claws quickly jutting forth, cutting into and through the armor of your form, filling your body with this electrical charge. And as you see her land up directly on top of either side of the pipe, spreading her legs for stability and balance, this electric energy bleeding off of her hands, now staring at you, one largely construct-based red arcane glowing eye, a slight tilt of the head suggesting this is the focusing implement she is utilizing, before you see the lightning energy dissipate off of her hands. I would like everybody to go ahead and roll initiative, please. Oh, no. Not the best. Echo.
13.
13. Rennisser.
14.
I'll actually... We're just at the buzzer, but we might as well, because sometimes it seems like we don't utilize it as much as we could. You can go ahead and make your initiative checks at advantage, because we just had a hype train activate, so...
Oh, yeah. No, it's worse. Thank you, though. Shit,
Yeah.
hype train is what's up. It's going to help somebody.
Yeah.
All right.
L?
A natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I
And then, does that change your roll, Echo?
It did. I rolled because I had Skadi's up dice up here for a little bit ago, so I had my friendship dice with Jacky, and I got a dirty.
Okay, that'll get it done.
Twinsies.
All right. So,
What did T roll?
not as high as some of y'all. So, with that being the case, L, you are leading us off. What would you like to do?
I am standing in between her and the coils. Are the coils charged?
Yeah,
While I was
Echo
looking in
had
there-
just finished charging them up.
I'm gonna go for a grapple.
Okay. Go ahead and make a grapple check.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's just a strength check, isn't that correct, Deej?
Athletics. Oh, that's cocked.
Okay, that's totally fine. It is a 22.
22. So as you go to lunge towards T's form, you can see that she is both nimble and shifty, but with the added concentration of Tidbit almost guiding your hands, the hydraulic force of his form looking to be utilized in a much more powerful way. You immediately lock around T's form, and as she begins almost crawling you, trying to push away, you lock in and snap her into place, unable to flee from your grasp. What would you like to do?
I would like to drag her towards the coil.
So you are going to be half speed at that. Yeah. All right, so you'll only be able to get 15 feet there.
Because I can't go straight to the coil because Echo's in the way?
No, you're moving half speed. You're dragging unwilling participant.
I know, I just didn't know I had to go that direction. I thought I could just go 3 spaces to the left.
I'm going to say with Echo there and another creature, you wouldn't be able to occupy the same space. No.
That's
only
fine.
only ally through ally. You can't take an unwilling creature through an ally space.
Alright. Then that is going to be... I really should have done that, but that's fine. Let me just quick look to see if I need somatic to cast something. Because I believe I do. I do. Never mind. That's
Okay.
going to be my turn.
Echo, you see now L dragging T, squirming and trying to fight her away. What would you like to do?
I am going to attempt to cast Bane on her.
Okay. I believe that is a con save, correct?
Charisma.
You're
Charisma.
freaking baned.
That is an 18.
That saves. Well, that's
This is a level 20 merchant, Kira.
Yeah,
I mean-
level 20 merchant. This is as
level 20
scary as you're
merchant.
likely to fight.
that I feel like I had heard stories was not the most charismatic back in the day. So I was,
Natural
But-
17, though.
Charismatic enough to give us patches.
Yeah. Hey, maybe
That's true.
you just get off me? You want to let go? You want to just not grab onto me like that? Yeah, do you have a bonus action you would like to use?
Yeah, I'm just gonna L. Just let us know what you need us to do. I have complete faith in you as the leader of Redacted today. We can do this. And that's just real bardic.
Bardic Inspurs. Okay.
So what?
Rennisser.
1d8.
D8. Rennisser, you are by the containment unit for Illyriel's smarter half. What would you like to do?
D10, by the way.
D10.
So if I go is any square that occupies or shares a square with this coil circle, is that gonna shock my ass?
You see the lightning sparking from it, but it doesn't appear to be gravitating immediately towards the ground.
So I get a sense that the 20 feet, like the square, is where people would need to go.
Yeah, but it doesn't appear as if it's emitting any kind of dangerous lightning right now.
Okay, got it. So I'm gonna move diagonally down to the right. I'm just going to use my 30 feet to get as close to L as possible, which I think is one more square to the right.
Yep, you can get there, sure.
And I will use... shit. Let me look at that thing real quick. Then I'm going to... Yeah, I can't. I'm good. I can't attack.
I mean, you can. You have an action.
Well, is T within 5 feet of me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bet. Then I've got my a regular short sword in my left hand, and you see Rennisser as he's moving past the electricity over to L. He kind of unfurls from his belt this ornate gold short sword and bounces the handle off of the floor, and it begins to levitate next to him. And he kind of does a jump strike to T with the short sword in his left hand, and I will make an attack.
Okay. And Alistair's Dancing Blade entering the mix.
Yes.
And you are at advantage still because we have a hype train active.
That's good, because that was a natural one. 13.
We've been
Deej.
rolling damage there for sure. I'm going to say no, that does not hit, unfortunately. You can go ahead and roll your second attack.
Okay. Let's do it. 18?
Okay, so as the Dancing Blade clangs into her form, you see this bright blue arcane sheen, your sword stopping before actually making purchase with the exterior of T's unarmored form. Unfortunately, not penetrating the protective magical barrier.
Right.
Yeah.
Good to know. I am going to look concerned outwardly and also inwardly.
Sure.
And that's Rennisser's turn.
Okay. On T's turn, she is going to scramble to try and get free of you. I need you to make an athletics check, Elle.
At advantage?
Hype train is active. You do have advantage, yeah.
Dirty.
As you see T squirming and
Thank
wrestling,
you, advantage.
she begins to create space, pushing you away until you clamp down again, squeezing the air out of her lungs, immediately causing this definitive strain and exertion and expulsion of breath, unable to wrest herself from your tightening grasp.
It's
And
that T sound effect that you made was pulled straight from Street Fighter 2 Tournament Edition when you knock out like Dulcim or E Honda, like anybody. Yeah.
So that brings us back around to L, with T currently restrained and unable to get free.
I am going to drag her there so that, and like try to turn her so she is under the thing and I am out of it.
Okay, so bringing her 1, 2, 3, yeah, so you can kind of turn and thrust her form into the coil.
And then I am going to hold my action for when Echo flips the switch. When she's about to do that, I'm going to shove Tira Nostra away from me and try to like be as, if I can be out of the coils, I will do that. But that's my goal, is to shove her and be outside of it, even if it's just like.
Gotcha. Okay,
Echo,
sure.
flip it.
Sure.
Flip the switch. Push the button.
So I'm gonna say, L, go ahead and give me a shove attack quick, please.
And I just add my strength to that.
Correct, yes.
Oh, still advantage. Good.
Yep,
Good.
still at advantage.
Good. 22. Went from a 10 to a 22. Ah.
So
Yay.
as you quickly kind of set T down, you feel her form sort of jostle and rock for a brief second, and then immediately go to push this huge shove, centering her into the lightning coil. Your hands quickly hitting this barrier of blue arcane energy, and almost like the plates buckling down, the Winter Soldier kind of crank up as all of your plates lock into place. Your hands pierce through this blue protective barrier and shove T back, knocking her towards the center portion of the lightning coil. Echo, it is your turn.
All right, so is it time to pull the lever? Pull the lever!
You tell me what time it is.
Oh, shit. No, I mean, that's... Is L giving me the signal?
Yes, I'm telling Echo, pull the lever. The right lever. Pull it.
The one on the right.
Pull the lever!
Pull the lever!
And I'm gonna push the lever down real good.
Okay. Oof. Gross.
Is that a good gross? I don't... You Deej.
For y'all.
Damn it.
Jamie's out here gifting everybody subs.
Let's go. I'm gonna get caught up. I'm gonna yell at Jamie all plenty. I promise you. When you flip the switch, you immediately see T's form racked with lightning as all of these conduits blast this lightning energy directly into her form. You see the lightning coils slowly power down, and T, seemingly stunned, wavering after taking a blast of electrical charge. However, her arms yet again now course with this electric energy pushing through her form. It requires you to use an action to flip the switch, Echo. So do you have a bonus action you would like to execute? Or a movement you would like to use?
Not at this moment, I would not.
Okay.
Oh, movement? I'll move 5 feet away from the coil.
Okay, sure.
As it's, sending electrical shock down.
Fair enough. Sure. So Rennisser, what would you like to do?
The Alistair's blade, does that when I make an attack with that, does that have to be, do I treat that as like a spiritual weapon, or does it have to be within the same 5 feet as I would with the normal attack?
The weapon itself has to be within 5 feet of the target, but it's essentially a spiritual weapon that you can utilize in that sense, unless you're using the parry function.
Cool. So I will just use an attack action to send the blade kind of spiraling through the air to what I want to do is try to knock off or pierce that like metal piece on her eye.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an attack.
$16?
The sword comes crashing down, immediately shattering this blue arcane barrier around T's form that you see fall to the floor. The sword landing true and striking a blow, but hearing the metal on metal sounds of the sword striking the side of the head sees T's form jarred, but still stunned for the moment. You have a second attack you can make if you would like.
No, because I don't want to get within 5 feet of her. Unless I can make the second attack with Alistair's blade.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, tight. Yeah, I'm going to just do that.
You're at an advantage, and we cleared a level 5, so the party also has an auto crit available to them as well.
Whoa, bang, bang, chicken and shrimp. Let's do it. This is 17 plus 8. Is that 25?
That's a lot, yeah. That's a lot. Yeah. Quick math.
What's up, Kira?
So go ahead and roll damage for both of those attacks, yes.
That's a 6? Fuck.
Yeah, D6.
This is the same weapon that Marith had, and I don't know shit about it.
Not the exact same weapon, but yeah.
The first one is 6.
6. All right.
And the second one is a 1 on the dice. I don't. That might just be 1.
4, I think. No, because you get it on both, because you have two-handed fighting style, and the sword counts as an attack within melee range, so you'd add your modifier to that as well.
Okay. Yeah, so it is a 5. So
5.
A 6 and a 5.
Okay, so in this stunned state, it seems as if the exact same attacks that Rennisser had thrown at Tir Nostra just moments before have a much more marked impact as well. There is a definitive semblance of damage being sustained as the blade crashes through this otherwise still form. And on this second attack, you see Tir Nostra sort of shaken from this stunned stupor, looking around, slightly panicked, and she is going to quick turn and run away. That brings us to... Oh, it's T's turn. All right. So, well, heck.
Oh, heck fire. She's
what
a
is
merchant.
everyone's passive perception?
I'll sell us some shit.
15.
14.
16.
Okay. So, you would all see T vanish.
Oh, fuck.
Elle, what would you like to do?
Bonus action casts Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
And I'm going to move to look down the pipe at the foot of my sleeping lady fair. I'm assuming that's what that is.
My lady.
So, right here?
Yeah.
Okay. You look down, you don't immediately see anything. It appears to be some kind of discharge pipe that was meant to collect something. Given the current circumstances, that's probably all you really can get a gauge for in the most immediate of senses, but nothing untoward seems to reveal itself for the moment.
T, come out and play.
Come
And
out
then
to play.
yay. And then I'll take
Corporate copyright.
Yeah, we're already dejamatized. It
a
doesn't
step back.
Okay.
Because I think my action was looking into the pipe.
All right. Well, Echo, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. Do I presume that cranking again would be a smart option, or are we just okay? Yeah, then I'm gonna step back to the crank and I'm gonna crank.
Okay. So you get your crank on.
I'm gonna crank that. I'm gonna be a little soldier girl crank.
Do you have a bonus action you would like to utilize?
No, because L still has not used nothing. So no.
Okay.
Negatory.
All right. So
Cranker.
Rennisser, what would you like to do?
I will bonus action bring Alistair's blade back to me, and I will hold my action for seeing T, and I will make an attack if I see her.
Okay. All right. So as you this crackling electrical energy again filling the air in the room, Echo, as you begin looking around, you hear this brief ticking before emerging from the same pipe as before. You see T's form bursting out of the ground directly behind you, looking to dig claws into your midsection. In this instance, the lightning gauntleted arm that you briefly saw when L was attacked, now seemingly charged even more so. And she's going to deal sneak attack damage with this as well.
If it hits, Deej.
Thanks for teaching her how to be sneaky, Hera.
Oh, that one's
Homies
cocked.
gotta, like, support each other, you know?
You know, I'm dainty on purpose.
That
Someone's
was
gotta
whack,
be.
though. That was super whack. Okay.
I take that as a good super whack. For me.
Well, you take 16 points of piercing damage
Cool.
because I rolled absolute trash.
sorry. Sorry about it.
And another 9 points of lightning damage.
Are these
As-
auto hits?
No, I rolled the 2 hit.
Oh.
Yeah. And I mean, it was like a 24 or something, which
Oh, shit.
yeah.
That like barely hit, Deej.
I know it barely hits, but I was convinced it still hit, so I just moved forward. And
Like rubber door stopped fingering over there, Deej.
boing. She's gonna hold. She's gonna hold right there. L, that brings us to you. Oh no. Rennisser would have an opportunity to move the blade to make the held action attack. If you'd like to do that now.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing it and sling it.
Mhm.
26.
26 will hit.
It's a 1 on the D6. So it's a 1.
Well, what's your modifier?
Yeah, but the modifier is added to the second attack.
Oh. No, that's for your offhand, but you still get it for both attacks. That's what your fighter's feature gives you.
It's a 5.
5. Okay. So you see the sword cut through and pierce the arcane protective shield, which appears to be reassembled, but pushing through it and cutting into the form, it seems as if it is a struggle to fight the blade through with this protective element, and T maybe not as susceptible to your blade's damage in her current state. You have a second attack?
Okay. Nope.
Well, you have 2, or you're not taking it.
Well, I held my action. Does holding my action allow me to?
It's an attack action, so you get 2 attacks per attack action, so you still get both attacks.
Yes.
I want to try to swing the blade down and trip her with it. With the crossguard.
I'll allow it. I'm going to say make an attack at disadvantage, though, for me.
Ooh. 12?
12. T's already nimble form and the reestablishment of her arcane protections seemingly far too much for your loose mastery of this blade to slip her up in any effective kind of way, unfortunately. With that being your actions, I believe that brings us back to L.
I will... So she's got her shield back up, right?
Correct.
Okay. I will head on back over to her and try
Okay.
to grab her again.
Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check for me, please.
$19?
Well, again, harnessing all of Tidbit's hydraulic power and maneuvering yourself into position sees you clutch onto Tyranastra's form with her second trash acrobatics of the evening thus far. Totally fine, though. Yes, you do grapple and detain her form.
I will then drag her to the coils with my expeditious retreat that allows me to use movement on my bonus, the dash action.
Nice.
It would. 1, 2, and you could theoretically maneuver her around. I'll give that to you. Give me a strength check, because you're running in and then immediately darting back while dragging her form. I just want to see if you're able
21.
to accomplish this. You are. So
We do a dance.
Yeah, so as you push
Dragon dance
in,
and flip.
you hear this quick expulsion of air as Elle locks her form down yet again, immediately returning her to the center of the lightning coil and effectively maneuvering her into place with excessive barbarian-like strength. And that is going to be Elle's turn then. Echo, you are up.
I mean, I'm gonna do the thing again. And
I will point out, based on the way that the turn unfolded, it seems as if Elle is likely within range of this lightning coil this go round.
okay, do I have reason to suspect that if I crank it again, like it'll be more powerful next turn?
Do you have a reason why your character would have any clue how that would work?
Just what Elle told us about what we're doing.
I'll give you a Arcana check. Actually at disadvantage. You have 0 Magi training. Like, there's no way.
Okay, I don't know then, for sure.
Okay.
I have no clue. So then I'm not going to crank it again because but I don't want to hit Elle because I know she's already taken quite a blast. So I'm going to try and cast Hold Person this time on T.
Y'all pick trash spells. That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
My second one. Let's go.
Can I like use my advantage to make that a disadvantage for her?
You cannot. No. Also, what
What
advantage?
about one of my auto crits to make it a natural 1?
I'm gonna say also no.
I mean, that's fair.
That's it then, because I'm a zapper next turn. I'm gonna top C T next turn.
Okay. That brings us to Rennisser. What would you like to do?
Hey, I'm gonna do some dumb shit. I want to sprint in there,
Okay.
and I want to like video game slide and try to trip her ass with my legs.
Okay. You're video game
Alright.
sliding into
Yeah,
her.
I've been playing a lot of Far Cry 6, so
Okay. This is like combination Far Cry FIFA mixture a little bit.
yeah.
Go ahead and make a. I'm gonna say I'll give you an acrobatics or athletics on this. Sure. A trip attack. Sure.
Oh, 16.
16. So as Elle shoves and casts her form off, throwing her towards the center of the coil, Rennisser immediately sliding in, looking to make good on a temporary disablement, knocking her to the ground. You see T quickly leap over Rennisser's legs, unaffected by the initial attempt. What would you like to do on your second attack?
Oh shit. I want to push. I want to get up and use any movement I have to try and push L out of the circle, and my ass can stay in there if need be.
Is L a willing push in this circumstance? Okay. Then I'm gonna say
She
with
was
the
already
movement
moving
you have
backwards.
left, you can push another 5 feet, but that will put Rennisser just on the very edge of the coil.
That's fine.
That brings us to Tyr Nostra, who is then going to
Wait,
attack the.
Hold up. Let me get my sheet.
Let me get my sheet.
I'm going to use Action Surge. And with that extra action, I'm going to move Alistair's blade to the button. To like hit the button or use the crossguard
Switch.
to hit the lever or switch or whatever.
This has become like the weirdest unofficial mage hand I think we've ever
like when
seen
you,
a
like,
weapon become.
Throw a rock or rolled up socks at something or whatever to try and get the light
Sure.
switch.
I'm going to say make an attack at disadvantage, but I'm going to say you add your wisdom.
Ooh, that's okay.
This is a unconventional attack using a magic item, so I'm going to say this is not as combat oriented.
It is a 10.
I mean, that's also
10
like
is,
Jones's
I mean,
MO,
that's
though.
okay.
a 10 is
That's
all you
average.
needed.
Yeah, what's up?
So
Rennisser is gonna get fucking zapsied, but he's fine with it. I knew what I was hoping to do.
oof. Okay, brutal. So woof. Okay. Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof. So Rennisser, you immediately take 28 points of lightning damage as this massive blast of lightning again rains down from above, arcing these bolts towards the ground. smashing both T and Rennisser. Rennisser, I'll need you to make a Constitution saving throw as well, please.
Hey.
Since I'm standing right there, just curious, or am I like at the crank, which is like Teddy under the floor of Topsy? And
I mean, you're kind of all in the same ballpark. You're going to be within 5 feet of both, so it doesn't really matter mechanically. But what'd you get, Rennisser?
Natural 1.
Okay.
You have an auto crit.
I do have an auto crit.
please see comment of
Just wanted
Jones
to remind
not
you.
using auto crit for something.
My assumption was that's how
So yeah, Jones doesn't do the auto crits on anything of import. But you
no,
do
it's
see
very important. It's just not.
the lightning coil begin to power down. Both T and Rennisser sort of shocked. And as Rennisser seems to ready himself for the next barrage of attacks, you hear this ring, this last little therm of this concentrated electrical energy arc down directly through the top of Rennisser's head. And you see his eyes go crossed. You are stunned until you receive at least 30 points of damage. Or until your next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
30 points of damage.
That's the same rule for T. Once she takes a certain amount of damage, even if she's stunned. I had to make some modifications because she's fighting you solo.
Okay.
Similarly, she gets her sneak attack with an ally there or not.
Also, Rennisser's fucking fillings, immediate headache.
Yeah, just
shut
full
him
picking
up.
up radio signals on the inside there.
Mhm.
Okay, so Rennisser having flipped the switch. Ooh. Rennisser, as you are stunned, your body wavering, your eyes half blinking, you see T's form again coated with this electrical energy, reforming this arcane barrier as you see the lightning begin to crawl up her arms yet again. Now more than before, continuing to grow with each new charge, seemingly this electrical energy being stored and built up in her form. Oh, no, you're stunned. Sorry, never mind. So, you know,
She's instantly not stunned again.
she's saved.
Oh.
So, effing woof, my guy. Okay. You are going to take 20 points of piercing.
Oh, he's almost
10.
unstunned.
It's probably almost
I mean,
dead,
I'll
too.
be unstunned in couple turns anyways.
And 36 points of lightning
Fuck.
damage as you see T's fingers dig directly into Rennisser's torso and hold there for a brief moment as the charge is dissipated directly into his body. Every time she gets hit with lightning, she gains an additional D10 on her lightning attack. So after
Like
devastating
forever or her next attack.
each additional time that she gets charged and she expends that charge, it's one more D10.
Cool.
And it was an auto crit because Rennisser was stunned. So she is going to hit Rennisser with that attack. She's going to make some distance away. It seems as if she begins ducking behind the pipe. However, the zap of the electricity seemingly throwing her off, maybe not quite as stealthy as she would normally be in these circumstances. But that brings us to Elle. It is your turn.
Rennisser alive?
Uh-huh.
Cool. I'm going to give chase,
Okay.
and I'm battering up, smacking her with my axe.
Okay.
Can
Go
I
ahead
have
and
used
roll
a
your attack.
reaction?
Do you have anything you could use while you're stunned?
I mean,
No, but
she
like-
unstunned my ass by dealing that much damage.
And also,
Oh.
do I get an opportunity of attack? Since like she was right there.
You weren't within 5 feet. So I'm gonna say, yeah, Rennisser, you would have though.
I'm gonna try to grapple her ass. If you'll let me do that, otherwise I can just.
I don't like
Poke her.
backtracking
Sure.
too far, but we'll.
I can just
we'll
poke
say,
her ass.
Yeah, you go ahead and make a grapple attempt then. She has her arcane shields back up.
He's gonna poke
Ooh.
and choke, maybe.
Nope, it's a natural one. Your boy came out of it.
Will you
Days.
steal that dice and trash?
It is I'm only using two D20s today.
Yep.
Dice
Okay.
juju's not a thing, Kira.
False.
All right. So it is L's turn. Go ahead and roll your attack.
That is a natural 19, which per my previous upgrade means that's a critical hit,
Yeah.
Woo! Throw your 19s in the chat.
I guess.
Better than in the trash.
Otherwise, it's
Yeah,
like a 27 or something like that. So
Yeah. With her arcane protections up after she gets hit with a charge, her AC becomes 20. That savage critical upgrade.
21 is the first strike,
Okay.
and then I'm hitting her with my second attack.
Okay. Literally, this
And that's a
entire
24.
combat, I just got absolutely that hits. I got rocked with the worst possible initiative roll.
Good.
And that is an 11 slashing. And my weapon is magical in terms of going past resistances.
All right. All right. T is already looking like she sustained some pretty significant damage. Even in the briefest exchanges, the ebb and flow of lightning into and out of her form, as well as some well-placed strikes while she was temporarily stunned, seemed to be taking their toll. 2 strikes cutting through this arcane barrier surrounding her form. Not maybe leaving her weak, but certainly looking as if she's already sustained more damage than she's likely to have in a very long time. That brings us to... do you have a bonus action you would like to take? L, sorry.
Nope, I will stay where I am. So she
Okay,
don't
that
go
brings us
nowhere.
to Echo then.
That brings us to me.
It does.
Well, out of... I don't want to... If she's starting to kind of look like a little bit... I don't want to hit her with something too strong. So... I'm going to attempt to sleep her horns.
I would say she's roughly equivalent to pseudo-bloodied. She's not like just barely hanging on.
Sure, I was going to just cast it at 4th level.
Okay. Definitely roll your D8s. That's like 9 of them, I think.
I don't know, I clicked the button
8 of
and
them?
Rip them.
While she's
Grip it
rolling
and
that,
rip it.
Yeah,
is that a leg on that table?
Yes, this is an L leg. An L leg
Oh,
with a little
that's
sleepy L.
fantastic.
Little sleepy L.
I love it so much. I was like, wait a minute, that looks like my leg.
Yeah, it's an L leg. Okay, you were trying to get. He's trying to snowball your ass back together there.
Oh,
Trying to
That's
put
like
you
a-
back into the pieces.
That's a gusher bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to gusher bomb your ass.
Try to grip it and rip it.
Mhm.
Try to nug it and tug it.
get legged.
And crank it and yank it like Kira put in
Yeah.
the chat.
Yeah.
47.
47. So, as the swirl of arcane energy rips out from Echo's form and begins swirling around T's mind, creeping into her mouth, ears, nose, disorienting her senses, you see her head quickly snap into clarity, brushing off the primary effects of Echo's magic.
cool. Not
Mhm.
cool, T. Not cool. All right, I'm gonna bonus action healing word level 2 to Rennisser.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, what was Rennisser at?
I don't know,
The
but he
fucking
took
10?
56 points of damage, so like.
Hmm?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he took
Uh,
50
so-
56 points that last
I mean,
round.
natural crit with the sneak, with the lightning, on 3 charges. Like, so Rennisser, that brings us to you. Your newly rejuvenated and slightly more electrified form.
Well,
What would you like to
he's
do?
got 10 more hit points. That
Yeah.
helps, I know, but.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move to within 20 feet of T,
Okay, sure.
and I am going to. Alistair's with me. I'm going to bounce the handle of the other short sword off the pavement, and that hisses up in the air too as I cast Steel Wind Strike against T.
Okay.
And so, and I'm also going to use Alistair's blade at the same time to kind of hiss around and skunker.
Okay, you're like doing the double batarang attack.
Yes.
Okay. So both the blade and Rennisser himself quickly disappearing away from reality for a brief moment as this collision of steel coalesces directly on the opposite side of T. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
Alistair's blade, 14.
That will miss.
Okay, Steel Wind Strike, auto crit.
Okay.
And that is 6d10. Let's see. I get a math, so.
Yeah. So the first dancing blade running alongside Rennisser's form, you see immediately charging forward at T. The angle and point of entry, easy to judge. The blade itself not moving particularly fast due to Rennisser's true focus being on the spell that T did not see coming. As you see the blade pushing directly towards her face, the point of it stopping at the arcane barrier only an inch away from her face, as you see Rennisser appear as if from nowhere, cutting a slit in reality, blade first, appearing directly behind her.
25 force damage.
That's the crit?
Oh, 50 force damage?
You're right.
We killed T.
Not quite. But clearly a devastating strike. Okay. Do you have a bonus action you would like to take? Or no, the dancing blade was your bonus action. Are you using any more movement? I think you have 10 feet left.
The dancing blade is I can use that as an action for my attack, and I get 2 attacks.
Yeah, you cast a spell as your action, or you can use the attack action as your
Gotcha.
action. So the dancing blade would have been your bonus in that instance then.
Okay, well, yeah, that's cool. Would I have been able to use the blade as a bonus action if it requires me to make an attack action with it?
It's considered offhand since you're not adding your modifier to it at that point. Then it would. I mean, you didn't hit to begin with, so it doesn't matter in this context. But yeah, you'd be able to attack with a bonus still.
Cool.
Any creature can. You just can't add your offhand as long as you have the 2-handed feet. Or
So you're saying I
two-weapon
do
fighting.
have a bonus action, or I did use it?
That is what enabled you to use that attack. You
Cool.
used your bonus action. Yep.
Bet.
That brings us to Tir Nostra then, unless you're moving.
Because Steel Wind Strike allows me to pick 6 people,
Mhm.
but there was only one. Can I
Right.
teleport to an unoccupied space somewhere else? Or
I could double check. I believe that the spell
Yeah.
specifically says that you would end near
yes,
one of your. Yeah, so I'm going to say in this
Yeah,
instance,
that's true.
you wouldn't be
Cool.
able to then.
works. Rennisser's turn is over.
All right. That brings us to Tyranostra's turn, who is a little upset with the Rennissers.
Sorry about it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay. L, do me a favor, please, and make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna use my D10 that was so graciously given to me.
Mm-hmm.
You said Constitution saving throw.
I did, yes.
You have plot
And
armor
I've
too.
got plot
so-
armor, so it's a +1.
Mm-hmm. All of you have plot armor. Thank you, chat.
25.
Hell yeah. Very nice.
So, as you see T, slightly panicked, looking to unleash a blast at Rennisser, who is just barely hanging on at this point, you see her quickly revert her focus back to you, laying a scratch directly across your chest, dealing 21 points of slashing damage. And as you feel the nails dig into your form, there's almost this necrosis that lingers behind. You feel this movement in your flesh right at the edges of the freshly created wounds, looking to seep within, looking to take hold. However, bearing down, gutturally forcing blood through your veins as abruptly as possible, and ultimately stemming the tide of some infectious agent looking to work its way into you. You fortunately get away with just taking the immediate scratch, and a 18? Does that hit? This is the first time I've had to ask in a minute. I forget.
Yes, it hits by 1.
Okay.
Oh, just
So-
barely again.
Yeah, I'm a 17.
With your +1
So
I
it hits by
believe
from
2.
so.
plot armor.
Does
Yeah,
that
I
include
think
your
that's-
plot armor? Your dex plus your intelligence plus 10.
Yes, that includes my plot armor.
Okay. So, for the purposes of the previous exposition, as you saw Tidbit beginning to shift the form, the protective plating around in ways that make him more vulnerable as armor, but providing you more plating and protection. Your AC is actually increased to 18 for this encounter, as Tidbit has no longer employed any defensive mechanisms for himself in this exchange. However, that still hits.
Yes, it does.
And the second attack, 17 points of slashing, cutting across your form, this time whatever necrotic agent in play, unable to be injected into your form. T is in a little bit of a tight spot here. Not a fan. She is going to try and run.
She's gonna get hit.
So yeah, if you want to take an attack of opportunity, do please make your attacks rolled.
24.
Does a reaction take a bonus action
No,
on your turn?
no.
Takes the reaction.
Just a straight reaction.
Okay. Yeah, I will also take a swipe.
All right, Elle, go ahead and roll your damage for me.
15 slashing.
Mine is 22 to hit.
That also hits.
7 points of slashing.
Okay.
Is this like a ding dong the tiefling's dead situation?
No, not yet, but
Following in my mom's footsteps.
Nah, I like
you do
Prince
then
better.
see T slink under a table, disappearing behind it, and a quick quiet as it seems as if she has gone into hiding for the moment.
Sounds sad.
Elle, what would you like to do?
I am going to use one of my repair spells on Tidbit.
Okay.
Give me some health. Okay. So he's got 10 more health.
So as you begin to go to repair Tidbit, the strained and split metal plating still kind of draped around your form, this red mending magic that would normally see some of these plates wielded back together almost falls off, dripping like this arcane liquid down the front portion of it. As it does so, this arcane royal coalescing off the front of Tidbit's form, providing this glowing yellowish white tinge to this normally restorative magic. And you feel it immediately push into your form, nurturing your body, with Tidbit remaining damaged and unrepaired. So in function, it would work as a cure wounds, but Tidbit does not heal.
Cool.
Do you have a bonus action you would like to take?
Nope.
Okay. Echo, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Because I have a very different angle than everyone else,
Mm-hmm.
do I see T?
You are free to make a perception check if you would like.
That's gonna use my action though, isn't it?
It is.
Where did I see her slide under the table?
Somewhere in this general area across the room from you all the way.
Sure. How far would you say that is?
Probably 80 feet? 70 feet? Give or take.
Okay. Well, underneath that
65
table,
to 70 feet. Yep.
I will walk 15 feet closer to the under the table, or to the towards the table she hid under.
Okay.
I would like to just kind of have visual of under that table.
Yeah.
Basically. And I'm just gonna cast Shatter at 4th level under the table.
What's the radius on that?
10 feet.
Okay. And what is the save on that?
Con.
That is a 19.
That does save, but if she is in that 10 feet, I assume she is because you rolled, she still takes some damage.
Mm-hmm. I am aware.
Hang on. It's just 18.
Just 18.
Divided by 2, so 9.
Okay. So you do hear something in the vein of this exasperated groan, the minimal edge, perhaps, of Echo's spell, yet grabbing at the lingering ankles of T as she makes her escape. Doesn't immediately reveal herself to the rest of the party, but you can get some idea or semblance that she is over there. That brings us to Rennisser. What would you like to do, good sir?
Did all the stuff power down?
Yes, the charge was expended.
Okay, thought so. Let's see. I'll use as much feet as I can to get over to the crank. Like all 30 of my feet. To get as close as I can.
Yeah, that gets you there.
Cool. And then I will use my bonus action, second wind, and I will roll my health, and Rennisser's turn is over.
Okay. That brings us to Tyrannostra, who, for the time being, is going to remain hidden and does not reveal herself. Elle, what would you like to do? She said internally.
I didn't cast silence. It was shatter.
Yeah, that's a noisy spell.
Nope.
Nope. We're going to go to Echo. What would you like to do?
Well, well, I want first bonus action healing word Rennisser again, because I didn't heal him all that much. I'm gonna do it at second level again.
Okay.
Oh, that's 11. More healing. And then Hey, there we go. Okay. I would like to cast about in the area of where I still think T is.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Dissonant Whisper.
You do have to target a creature for that.
You're right, and I can't see her, huh?
Correct. You would have to be able to designate a target for that spell.
No, yeah, that's super fair. No. You are correct. Like half my stuff is like, I gotta be able to see. We're just gonna do shatter again. Quick shatter, same area.
Okay.
We're gonna cast it at third level.
Okay. And this time around,
Nice.
You hear no groan come from the surrounding area. T having apparently made good her escape from the semi-exposed or otherwise made aware location that she was lingering just moments before.
Okay.
Let's see, is Elle still in contemplative thought?
Nope, she cast a repair spell on herself to give her 12 healing, and then she scooched her little booty 15 feet to the right.
Okay. To the right?
Booty scooch.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Boots and scooch.
And she's gonna
And
keep her
that-
eyes out for a little nimbly bimbly tiefling.
Brings us to Rennisser. What would you like to do?
Use my movement to crank and yank and chug and mug.
Okay. Perfect. So again, the arcane lightning beginning to whir up and coalesce around the lightning coils. I'm going to say at this point in time, you do see T's form appear right here, almost as if it had slowly crawled out of one of the tubes near where L's current form is housed in one of these containment units. And she is going to turn and face L and just going to stand there, this seemingly menacing stare, this aggressive posture, holding firm perfectly resolved and still form, staring at you, waiting for your next move. And as luck would have it, that brings us to L.
I am going to bonus action disengage from Tidbit.
Okay.
We gonna separate. Okay. And I'm gonna be like... Right. I'm gonna take a step forward before I do it, so I'm within 5 feet of her. And a little bit closer to the switch on that side. And I'm gonna disengage. And I'm gonna be like, T, it's me, Illyrial Siofra. You can call me L.
So you're
not
walking
fight.
by her and disengaging across her face, or?
I am facing her.
Yeah.
Like, right... Yeah, I'm like right up in her face. Just me and her. And I'm bonus actioning Tidbit.
Okay.
And then while I'm talking to her, I'm gonna have Tidbit go to the switch.
So on the opposite side over.
Fucking tight.
Okay. I didn't have a Tidbit individual. I did not expect you to unarmor in combat.
It's turns my
Well-
AC into a low.
It's chaos in
Regular
combat, Deej. Come on.
commoner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think I'm a 12.
Commoner's AC. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you are talking, T doesn't seem to react, continues to focus, staring you down. But doesn't seem to pay much attention to Tidbit moving. That brings us to Echo. What would you like to do?
But that's not an action.
That's true. Sorry. Yeah.
Is she within the coil space? Or is she just outside of it?
This smaller one, she's going to be just outside of.
Then your girl is gonna try to shove her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Add your
Stay.
plot armor.
And my 1, so that's 26.
26. So,
Shit.
just trying to approach cautiously, getting closer and closer. You go for that final shove once Tidbit gets into position, and you see your hands move through her form as she holds in this perfectly still, unmoving, illusory form. This silent image staring you down as you almost fall face first, trying to apply so much force through this completely non-physical object. I'm going to say, based on that, you do immediately take that additional step forward, but do not fall directly underneath the Tesla coil.
Well, if Tidbit has any movement, he can come on back.
I'm going to say that's easily... Whether or not he
see.
could even get there is probably a little bit sus, but we'll give that to you.
You got
So
like 30 feet of movement.
you were coming from... Yeah,
You would have just
he
made
can
it
stand
with his turn.
directly underneath the lightning coil if you'd like to do that.
I'll just stay
all
here
right.
and I'll wait for him.
Echo, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna look over at Elle, who just I'm gonna think back to Elle, when we first all got together, who didn't wanna, squish a spider, because even if the spider was literally attacking us, trying to kill us, she would be like, no, but maybe. And then
I'm just doing that.
And then right now, she just shoved her friend into the
trying
coil.
to save her, okay? I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
no,
kill
I
her.
absolutely know. And I'm gonna have a moment where I think about how much I think Meredith especially, but Kavini as well, would be proud of how much she's grown to see sometimes the world isn't maybe as innocent, but she's still Elle. And sometimes you need to do not as not so naive things. I'm just gonna have that moment. I'm gonna angel baby up,
Okay.
which is my action. So
Echo popping the
Nothing.
wings.
popping the wings, and I'm gonna fly like up and closer, but I'm not gonna get too close to the coil.
Okay.
And I mean, again, that was my action, so I'm not attacking right now, but
Are you moving or taking a bonus action?
I'm flying towards them, but like and up, and then bonus action, I am going to bardically inspire L again.
Where are
And
you
I'm
landing?
just gonna-
Where are you going to?
I'm not landing, I'm hovering
Where are you going to?
towards them in the coil,
Yep. Where?
and then I'm going to stay there. I'm going to bardically inspire
there.
L,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna tell her that Marith and Kavini would be so proud of you right now. You can do this. And hold off here and see what the next turn brings. I don't have an action to hold. I'm just holding off here.
So where are you looking to end up then? What space?
Put me
Where you're hovering.
right there. That's good.
Right there. Okay, perfect. All right. Rennisser, it is your turn.
Cool beans. I just saw Elle fall through an illusion, and this lady just had wings burst through her back, so that's a
Second echo reveal.
and I'm just going to hold my action for the second time until I see T, but I'm going to focus my attention towards these Opie pipes so I don't get surprised.
Okay. After your turn, there she is. I found her. I had to find her too. That's how stealthy she is. Echo would see Tyrannoster creep out of the pipe directly beneath L's storage chamber and immediately goes to shoulder charge to shove L underneath the lightning coil. I need you to make an athletics check, L, using just your own statistics now.
Yeah, your bardic inspiration too. That shit might come in handy.
And I was doing athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was out here rolling
25.
regular human stats. Oh, shit.
25? How?
Wait. Yeah. With the 17 and then an 8 on the inspiration.
Oh, you
die.
used your inspiration. Okay. I was about to
Yeah,
say,
so
like,
I was like,
a natural 20,
I'm
you ain't got it
squishy.
plus 5, ain't no way. Yeah.
I got a plus nothing.
Regular
Okay.
commoner.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I do get it. It was athletics, not a saving
So,
throw.
whew, immediately going for this shove, L about to be rocked and thrown backwards, the words of Echo stirring in her mind, and as you take that backpedaled foot,
Watch what
it
you
all
do.
begins to clarify the intent and purpose of that brief moment. Your back foot locking down onto the ground, this large plume of dust kicked out as you bear down, centering your weight, maneuvering your position, and locking grip with T, unable to be moved. Incensed at your absolute disrespect for not letting me get that, I'm going to roll a natural 20, my third of the night. I don't ever roll natural 20s, so you can get it. Ooh, you're getting rocked. You're getting absolutely rocked here.
Deej, go easy. Remember, this is commoner.
Yeah, I know.
Illyrian Sea Okra.
Call
So-
her L.
With the force
I don't know her like
seeing
that.
you two locked into place, staring at one another for a brief moment, this dark tiefling eye on one side, this construct red eye staring at you on the opposite side, you see it begin to flicker as she recoils from your resistance and drives a knife hand directly towards you. The metallic points of her fingers and forearm pushing into your
Oh.
chest, dealing
T2S?
56 points of
Fuck! Oh,
piercing
shit.
damage.
Oh god, oh no.
As the
Oh my god.
I'm down.
as the hand disappears inside Elle's sternum, knocking her unconscious.
Damn, he's gonna pull notes out of your body that you didn't even know were there. Fuck.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
like
shit.
6 5s, 4s. Like I rolled super high on a crit too. That was brutes. So that will bring us to L. Please make a deceiving through.
A success.
Nice.
Echo, you just
What about Tidbit?
he deactivates with you. We've been through that before.
Oh.
He's not gonna go
Yeah, but
separate
he's
in
like
combat.
extra smart now.
Did he seem sad?
He could come
Very
and,
sad.
He could come over and armor up with me.
He is able to essentially maneuver still. You can control him independently. He just can't take any combat actions. So
I just want him to be next to me.
okay, we can definitely do that. So Elle's armor begins straddling her form after being T2'd in the chest. Echo, you see Elle fall backwards off of T's knife point stabbing attack. What would you like to do? T appears
Well,
directly below you on the ground.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed because, you know, like, I was just thinking about how proud Meredith and Kavini would be of her, and then T.
She's just following in Mara's footsteps. I can say that as my character.
And if I was wearing Tidbit, I would have been fine.
Well, I don't have healing, like the heal the party spell, but I am going to bonus action heal L quick at 3rd level. Thinking of Meredith, that, you know, he was a cleric,
Sure. Mm-hmm.
so heal.
Okay.
Nice.
And then can I also cast a cantrip then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then thinking of Kavini.
If it is bonus, or wait, you're bonus actioning your spell.
the healing.
Okay. And then you're
Bonus
cantripping
action, yeah.
your. Yeah. Okay.
First 13 hit points. So
Nice.
that's gonna be my, like, Meredith is here kind of in this fight right now with us. And then my Kavini being here in the fight. We're going to win this, Miss Kavini. And I'm gonna, like, kind of, like, be thinking of him. And I am going to cast Firebolt
Okay.
that I acquired as a bard, reaching
10th level.
10th level.
Right.
Go ahead and roll your spell attack, please.
Oh shit!
That is a natural fucking 20.
Oh, get wrecked! Even though her ass hasn't been zapped again.
That will hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll your critical damage.
Bam! You're fired.
Yeah.
Nope.
Put your 20s in the chat. Put them in.
Was ready to use auto crit too, but then was like, no.
I mean, you could have.
But I didn't have to because I just rolled one. And that's just gonna be just 9 points of fire damage.
All that for 9 points?
It's
At
just
10th level?
2d10. It's a cantrip.
I thought at 10th level you got more than that for some reason.
11th, I get a 3rd d10.
Ah. All right.
Hey,
Well,
I have
still.
a wizard spell. Period. That's impressive enough, right?
Yeah.
I got my Kavini spell.
I mean, that's, you know, healing and damage in one turn. Pretty legit.
That's true. That's true.
Almost too
Okay.
legit.
I
That
don't
brings us to Rennisser. It is your turn, Monseigneur.
Does she look, because she hasn't been zapped again, does she look like she's, like, my hits are gonna
My
bounce
9
off
was
of
not
her?
doubled. My 9 was not doubled for the crit.
Booyah!
It's 9.
Okay. I will double it for your crit.
Thank you. Okay, now sorry. Go ahead, Rennisser.
She clearly is highly resistant to the damage that your collected force has been dealing without this arcane shield removed, but is otherwise still taking damage, just nowhere near as much as you theoretically could be dealing to her.
She also, I've just also remembered, takes 10 celestial, because I'm angel babied up. She takes
Anything else you add after the fact going forward? I'm not tacking on.
That's it. 10 radiant because I'm angel babied up. That's it. Done.
Anything else gets missed, I'm not adding it.
No, that's fine.
I mean, going forward.
I'm just going to use my movement to get to her and do my 2 attacks.
Okay. Yeah, so... yeah, you can get in range, no issues. Go ahead and make your attacks.
22 for the first attack.
Will hit.
And 19... Ooh, 19 is a critical for Rennisser. Yeah!
19 partners!
Ow!
Please!
Okay.
A natural 19?
Nope. Nope, you're right. Oh, shit.
Okay,
I have no idea what's happening. Does a 19 hit, Deej?
It does not hit, no.
Son of a bitch!
There's an emotional roller coaster right there.
7 points.
So many feelings.
7 points of damage.
Okay. So, the first strike cutting through, breaking the arcane armor. Overjoyed at the progress being made, Rennisser gets extremely excited, thrusting with confidence, only to see the tip of the blade glance off the front of the arcane armor, unable to penetrate.
Get splashed!
Get splished and splashed and bandicooted. So, Elle is conscious now, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to say that T does not notice Elle returning to consciousness. And I think given that Echo is flying abouts, probably not the most practical target, I'm going to say that Rennisser, does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
Okay.
But obviously just barely, which it does because my AC is 16.
Does that include your
Yes.
+1?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you brought it up because in my brain it was 15 because that's what my AC was. And
So
then,
the
16.
upper hand, still drenched in Elle's bloody ichor, turns to you, and with this slice that sees your form sprayed with Elle's lifeblood before the attack actually dives towards you, you'll take
unsanitary
21 points of piercing damage from the attack.
Okay. That.
Yeah, she can do that. Why not?
Yeah. Who cares?
Should she though? Like, should she?
Oh, well, actually, Elle is conscious, so I'm going to say I need you to make an athletics check at disadvantage.
Do I have Tidbit on now? Does he count?
No, you still have to use a bonus action to armor up.
Okay, then just a straight athletics check, even at disadvantage, which I will say is very frustrating because one of my rolls is a natural 20. However, the other one is a natural 19.
Bam!
And since
Which
I have
is-
no modifier and Tidbit is off,
Oh, yeah.
it's a 19.
Okay.
Because I don't think I have another inspiration. I think I
So
used it.
you see he reach down and grab Elle's ankle, turns and begins trying to march past the Tesla coil as you see Elle just returning to consciousness after the restorative magics from Elle Echo are cast across. I'm going to say that both Echo and Rennisser would get attacks of opportunity here.
Flip yes. Get shanked. Nope, doesn't hit.
I don't think I hit. Hang on. 'Cause I never, melee attack anything. No, I don't. 16.
Okay. So as T looks at both of you, turns around, reaches down and grabs L's form, both of your blades glancing off this arcane shimmer, these enchantments continuing to protect and embrace her form, not having been shocked by the nearby devices for some time. And you see L beginning to kick and fight back against being dragged directly across the lightning coil above. As you see T let her go, L looking to try and scramble to her feet as T reaches over to inject the downed form of L with the lightning charged and stored. Oh, where'd it go? There it is.
I thought Jacky was frozen, but then her ass blinked. Oh, we can't hear you though.
You're muted.
She
so
grabbed me.
Yeah.
She grabbed me, pulled me to the thing, and then is also doing a switch, or she's doing a gauntlet stab.
No, she's not attacking you at all.
Okay.
She's letting the lightning do that. That is going to be 16 points of lightning damage.
Fuck.
So you see L's form blasted with lightning energy as she is just trying to stagger to her feet before ultimately collapsing under the definitive strain of such arcane power being directly injected into her. That was 1, 2... Oh, she's dragging, so she's going half speed anyway. So that is her turn. L, please make a death saving throw.
Rennisser winces when the electricity goes off.
That is a total of 10.
That is a success still.
That's good.
Pow!
Echo, it is
Very
your
nice.
turn. What would you like to do?
Cool. I'm real excited about that for sure. I'm pissed off at T again. I don't like this tiefling. I usually like tieflings. This one's mean. Seeing L down again, I'll heal that one up again. This time I'm gonna cast it third. What movie is it? Well, I don't know. Whatever.
Each when the switch gets flipped, is it like one burst or is it a continual thing for a round?
It's one quick burst.
Okay.
You don't even 10. Get her
Back up with
back
10.
up, I guess. And then we're not trying to kill her. I'm going to zoop down. I'm just gonna fly. I'm gonna peregrine falcon, but not actually peregrine falcon because I am an Asmer who's got wings.
Sure.
And I'm gonna use the momentum and I'm gonna try and grapple T.
Okay, make an athletics check for me.
Hell yeah!
Ugh, I'm rolling cocked.
I'm gonna use.
Whoa. Dejamatized.
I have an advantage from. Still not great.
From what?
I mean, it's okay, but it's not great.
What is the
16?
advantage from?
It's from last game.
What? What do you mean from
You said
last
we could
game?
carry him over.
The purchased.
Yes, charity.
Yeah.
2 games ago. Whatever. Yeah.
Thanks, chat.
Okay.
I mean, I could also use an auto crit if you'd prefer I do that.
I mean, I know that you have one of those, but I'm not gonna let charity go to waste. If you still have one, I will.
I do. I've been
trust-
marking them each week from the previous sheet. So it's a 16. right? Yeah, 16.
Yeah. So I don't know why I cannot roll at all when T just needs to not be grabbed. That's literally all I'm trying to do. Can't stop that from happening. Yes, you are able to secure T's form as your angel baby falcon self drops down and gets busy.
Oh, I like king and queen it there, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
That angel
Yeah,
baby
but
paired
the
with
king
falcon.
is dead.
Why? Why good?
Sorry.
All right, you've swooped and looped. What would you like to do?
That's a movement.
Oh, you already
action,
bonused.
Done.
Yeah, you already bonused. Sorry. That brings us to L. You are conscious and on the floor again. Rennisser. Sorry, my apologies.
So T is T is grappled.
Yes.
Are they by the coil?
It is a tight mashup. Everybody is just tucked in super tight.
All right.
The coil is the place to be tonight.
She's grabbed, so I'm gonna stab. I'm gonna do my 2 attacks.
Okay, sure. So moving, presumably not into the lightning coil, I guess I would assume.
Yes, that would be most preferred.
Okay, so bringing the sword with you, go ahead and make your attacks.
26, first attack. That's a 19 on the dice, Deej!
Put your 19s in the trash.
Okay.
Yes, with your improved critical. These are at advantage, though. She is grappled and restrained, so.
Oh. All right, well.
Yeah, we don't have a 19 emote, so like.
Okay, well,
20.
I re-rolled the first one and it wasn't critical. So that one is 9
Tammy's got
points
it
of
worked out.
damage.
Okay.
And then the second one is 6, 10. No, not even close. Yep, it's exactly 10. 10 points on that one.
Okay. So both blades cutting across T's form. Rennisser just barely hanging on. L clearly hurt and injured. Echo's
I've
form
got everybody's blood on me.
slamming
Except for Echo's.
into T to grapple in close quarters. That brings us to L's turn. What would you like to do? You see Tira Nostra struggling, barely
It's
hanging
T's.
on.
It's T's turn.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's correct. It wouldn't be holding action if I didn't mess up the initiative order at some point. That is
There's
my
a lot going on.
fourth
And we don't have a mic
natural
here to keep you like
20.
super.
Echo, I need you to make a athletics check.
Auto crit.
What does that bring you to though?
Somebody clip
You said
Kira's
athletics?
reaction.
What's that?
You said athletics,
Athletics,
not acrobatics.
No, not acrobatics.
I am dainty on purpose, Deej. So it would be negative if I didn't have Jack of all trades. It's a 21.
Boom. Get wrecked.
Okay, so despite Echo's clearly keen ability at maneuvering her form, positioning her body, trying to make such an attack and maneuver while in flight is an unnatural and uncommon occurrence for Echo. Despite her deft and skill, you are unable to maintain focus and concentration on
I'm still a cute
T's
yacht, still
form.
fine.
Oh, nope, she's not gonna immediately get sliced. Actually, with T is very much surrounded and very much in, like, bad shape here. L just got back up, correct?
Yes.
I'm technically not up yet.
So you're still
My eyes
prone,
have-
but you're conscious now.
My eyes are fluttering alive.
All right, we're gonna go throw an attack at Rennisser. That is a 20. That's 20 high.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
get wrecked.
Mid 20s.
He's also a cute
Mid-20s?
yacht.
Yeah, the cutest yachts. That is a. 19 points of piercing damage as T's arm again arcing into your upper shoulder, piercing in through the very crescent edge of your armor. Is Rennisser still standing for the moment?
Yep. I'd say he goes down on one knee. He's about to boys to men this bitch, but he's conscious.
Be my friends, yes.
He's conscious, but
as you see Rennisser go down on one knee, you see Curan'Sol grab Rennisser by the chin, raising her construct hand up, and immediately goes to arc the pointed fingertips towards Rennisser's face, looking for a coup de grace strike. And as Rennisser, you see these pointed blades of fingers diving towards you.
It's like Lady Deathstrike.
Grabs at T's ankle, just throwing her off, causing the attack to swing just wide. Her form stumbling into yours before trying to right herself. It's a natural 3 on the die.
Ooh, aw.
Bummer.
Shit. She's gonna make a run. She's gonna take a defensive stance. She's going to take a defensive stance in the current circumstances.
I thought you were gonna say she's gonna take a deep sigh.
No. She also takes a deep sigh, but that is a free action. Shit. That brings us to Elle. It is your turn.
I'm gonna struggle to my feet, and as I do, Tibbet's gonna come and armor up, and I'm gonna be like, T, it's me, Elle. And then I'm gonna dust myself off, and then as I do, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 4th level on myself.
Okay.
Which will take me a while to count.
Okay.
And then
But we'll get there.
I'm gonna just face her, because that's what I can do. I would like to not be under the coils anymore, but I think I'm stuck.
Well, you can move if you want to.
Well, can I shimmy in between her and Echo to be standing on the other side?
Technically you can move through Echo's space to do that, so I'll say yeah, you can do that.
I just want to be like kitty cornered from where I am.
She
Next to
is
Echo.
airborne, so in theory she's not immediately obstructing your path per se, but
Okay.
there's no more
And then
lightning
I will-
coming down right now anyway, so
I know, I just didn't like it. So I'm gonna be here,
it just makes you nervous.
letting my healings feel the goodness.
Sure. Okay. All right. If that is Elle's turn, Echo, you are up.
Cool.
Literally.
Well, I am going to bonus action heal Rennisser.
Okay. Who is still alive somehow?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
And then I am going to attempt again to cast Hold Person. Just stop moving, Tia Nostra.
Natural 1.
Shit. Oh shit, that was good.
Well, she's paralyzed then. And Rennisser can 14 hit points to you.
Oh, thank you.
You are welcome.
It was 4, Elle. All right. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I.
Yeah, that is your turn then. That brings us to Rennisser. What would you like to do with the frozen Tyrannostra in front of you?
The frozen tiefling.
I would like to pick her up and move her into the coil.
Okay. Bloop. I'm gonna say that is an action for a grapple drag move, whatever.
All right. I would like to move to the switch.
Okay. You're right on top of it.
Cool.
I'm right on top of that, Rose.
Fucking do it. Push the
She just expended it into L, so there is no active charge. It hasn't been wound again.
Cool. Well, this is where you should have been the whole time. And I'll kind of have my short sword and Alistair's swinging, and I'll quickly glance over to Elle to like see if she can give me the nod of stab approval. Cool. The blade.
The nod of stab approval. That is a magic item or spell if I've ever heard one. Go ahead and make your attack at advantage. No, she's paralyzed, so that's an automatic critical.
Get wrecked. I'm not gonna roll it then. Shit. Do it.
You still have to roll your damage.
Yeah. So it's a 3 on the D6. So it's 6 plus 4. Get 10.
Get 10. Oh my gosh.
Get 10.
So pushing past the arcane barrier slowly, the tip of the blade driving forward enough to see it, despite the resistance of the arcane shielding, push in towards her chest. The form, a scattered mess of tubes, wires, and flesh, all exposing various forms of damage. T's physical stature not heaving or otherwise demonstrating signs of wear and tear due to her paralyzed state, but the form yet portrays all the signals and symptoms of a devastating battle that she is now clearly towards the tail end of. You have a second attack. Are you looking to make that?
Well, my action.
You moved her, and that was your bonus.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That
So
brings us
I'm
to
good.
T, who this time around, that is a 19, which I believe saves, correct? Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Probably a little safe. Unfortunately, she does
That's at
that,
the
I
end of her
believe, at
turn.
the end of her turn. Yes, correct. Which brings us back around to L, as you see T regain control of her form. Her hands again ready to spear out. Almost looking to run, almost scrambling, looking to fight, but caught in a mix of the two fleeting emotions simultaneously. What would you like to do?
I'm going to hit her with my axe.
Okay. Roll an attack.
It's a natural 20,
Yeah.
which Elle isn't trying to kill her, but...
Well, you know, the apple in the tree.
Oh, well that's not gonna hurt her too badly. I rolled a 1 on the dice. So that's gonna be a 9 on the first hit. 9 slashing.
With 3 total hit points left.
Oh no!
What happens next?
Oh shit!
She is your mother's daughter!
Yep,
Mhm.
we've come full circle now.
I will say that it is not unreasonable or unconventional to allow you to make a determination on whether or not your damage is lethal if you are inherently looking to incapacitate. So you can deal this as non-lethal damage if you would like to. So Elle, tell us what happens next.
I see her there all bloodied And I
Mhm.
remember all the fun we had and the stories and how just monstrous she looks and just wanting to save her. So I start going for the axe, but then spin it at the last second and just with the pole instead of the
The
blades.
face instead of the edge.
Yes.
Okay.
To just give her a clonk
Like when Walker
and knock
threw
her
that
out.
sword at that
Yeah.
giant.
That didn't have the thrown property.
Yep.
Okay. So
Still died.
More of a smoosh instead of a slash.
as you cast your battle axe directly towards T, looking to deal this devastating strike, as she hasn't quite yet regained the wherewithal to defend herself in the same capacity that she has seemingly done so very successfully just moments previous. You move past, the blade itself cuts through the blue arcane barrier protecting her form, and rotating around to make sure that the blade's edge is turned face down. The massive, heavy steel face of the battle axe crushing across her form, and you see T, her eyes quickly staggered, her mind clearly beginning to shut down as she making this errant attack, this instinctual mechanism kicking in as her body cascades towards the ground. She now lies there still, breathing this asymmetrical sense of intake as her body therms with each breath. Arms still a slight twitch and movement as the lactic acid buildup in her organic muscles is conflicting with these construct additions. And that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
Oh, get wrecked! Hey, Rennisser doesn't know if he likes tea now.
Well, that wasn't tea. That was just monster tea.
No, the
That
drinking.
sounds like right up my alley.
Monster Tea is the Bandicoot Splish and Splash brand.
Get splashed.
Followed up
That's
next
their
by
mega
our Nug and
caffeinated.
Tug brew. Hey,
Don't
Get
forget the
tugged.
drinking.
Get nugged.
I don't know why anyone watches this.
It's
So we
They don't
are.
have to in 3 more
Reverse read
episodes.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Two. It's
Oh,
next
that's
week
two.
and
That's
the
true.
week after. We have a pair of episodes yet remaining. We are going to come back this next week. We are going to figure out and determine what resolution pathways L is able to pursue. Presumably, we will see our party reconnected and their motivations made clear. And then on the 17th, we are going to have our sunset episode where the party's deeds and directions are made clear. It ended up being a little bit of a razzle-dazzle of combat. It is going to perhaps be slightly more than we are typically accustomed to, but I think it is very important. I want to make sure that we are caught up. I'm going to say KJ gift sub, because KJ did have some winners in here. I saw a few of them. KJ with the gift sub to Chargy Poo, which there's someone on Twitch named Chargy Poo.
Yeah,
we
of course.
have Miss Mindykins with the 5 bomb. And make sure you see this love that Mindy gives to the people in the community and those that she supports. Let's make sure we are returning that love this Sunday
On
when
Sunday.
a subathon. Sunday, and Saturday. Except for not on Saturday, just on Sunday. Do make sure you follow her for that. Thank you for the
Central
5 gift
Standard
subs.
Day, it would be Saturday.
Mergs with 1,000
Day
bits.
behind her.
That's a whole bunch of them.
Whoa,
Jammy
those are
Whammy.
Canadian bits.
Yes, a gift sub to Ketsups. Ketsups. Something. It's something like that.
Catsups?
Mergs,
Like ketchup?
maybe rounding out the number. I'm not even sure. It's difficult to keep track. That's why she throws me off. 113 bits because
Oh shit, that's so good.
Fluid, a gift sub, a la the hype troll himself, KJ, gift sub to Call Me L. Fabe looking to keep it pushing with 300 bits. Miss Minikins with another 2 gift subs. Remember that on Sunday. Jammy Whammy with a 5 bomber. Okay, that's 5 bad boys worth of gift
With the
subs
power
right
to rock
there.
You, blow your
Yeah,
mind.
I'm feeling
no,
very
fine, that's cool.
Jammy
Corporate
W
copy.
thirst right now.
Going to
And then Miss
five.
Minikins with 2 more gift subs. And then Jammy, what are y'all doing? What are y'all trying to out awesome
Being
each
the
other? Because
best.
Jammy following up with 3 gift subs immediately thereafter. Put your Jammy W thirst in the chat. Miss Minikins with another 5 bomb. Mergs with 231 bits. I don't know what to do. She always throws me off.
If you
KJ
can
with
do
a
halves or
5
quarters,
bomb to the
Mergs would do
community.
it too.
She absolutely would. Yeah, we got 0.423 Bitcoin from Mergs. That one, I
Mhm.
don't know. That seems like a lot.
Croissant coin.
KJ with a gift sub to a boyoing.
It's that door stopper finger you were fucking with earlier.
Boyoing.
Mhm.
Absolutely beautiful, wonderful, amazing. The Swagger Wagon back in town. A gift sub from Miss Mindykins to JT Swags. I believe I caught for the briefest of moments. Congrats
Rolling.
on the little baby, the little Swags that has kept you otherwise occupied. Flock Obama, long time no see, but coming back in loud and proud. 3 gift subs. And then KJ bringing us on home, getting us caught up with a gift sub to Get Nugged. So we want to
Mhm.
thank everybody that has been so wildly incredible and amazing and wonderful. We are going to be closing the book on holding action for time in 2 more episodes, and it has been an absolute pleasure, honor, and a lot of fun. I didn't get to kill Rennisser. Bummer. I've never killed the same player twice in a single campaign.
I sure as hell tried. Kira kept
Almost.
healing me. God darn
Definitely
it.
almost. Yeah. But I almost got L. We
Yeah.
almost could have got Tidbit. Hard to say. We were very close. I know chat was
Who's to
pulling
say?
for me very clearly. Boing. But we didn't quite get there. I'll try harder next week. Hey, we love you all. Thank you so much for being with us. If you're not already, please make sure that you are in the Free Forge Discord. We have a lot of cool news coming up with the content creation team, as well as some cool, interesting community things that are going to be tying in together with that. We have Stay Alive, which is the zombie-themed TTRPG that's going to be here on Wednesdays, 7:30 Central Standard Time, 8:30
8:30
Eastern,
Eastern.
5:30 Pacific. Did I numbers right?
In
think
Oregon
I-
Trail.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think I did a
Centric.
numbers right. Congratulations, me. So make sure you're swinging by Mindy's stream on Sunday to get in on that subathon. Go follow Jamie and just shower her with love and support, 'cause she's a wonderful human being.
Go follow McCall.
Yeah, follow McCole on the twits and the twitches. Oh,
Follow
Shadow's up in the
Al.
house. Go follow Candle. L's up in
Yeah.
here.
Go follow Candle
Sally?
because you're always just gonna be like, I want more L now. That's gonna
I've
be
got it. Join the Free Forge Discord. There's a section where you can promote yourself. Literally, all the beans in there we have are the coolest.
But we're
Make sure you
promoting other
load
people.
up. Yeah.
Ah.
They're promoting themselves. We're telling people to go follow the people that are promoting themselves. It's
Yeah.
No,
it's
but
a
we're
circle.
promoting them. They're not promoting themselves right now.
Follow everybody.
Everybody should
Follow
promote
yourselves.
yourself.
You know what? Here's the deal. If you're in this
I'm just
chat,
gonna read a
follow
list
everyone
on
else in the chat.
All right.
Do that.
Yeah. Thank you all for being with us tonight. We're going to go ahead and get up on out of here because I have to sulk about all my trash acrobatics rolls, but like, I
But
got
you had, like,
natural
4
20s,
natural
which
20s.
literally never happens to me. So
Ever.
first time I didn't roll trash and I downed 2 PCs. So a lot of mixed emotions going on with me
A
right
couple
now.
times.
We're going to get out of here. I love you all. Thank you so much. And until I see you next time, get nugged.
I'm going to hit her with my axe.
Okay. Roll an attack.
It's a natural 20, which L isn't trying to kill her.
Well,
you know, the apple in the tree.
So that's gonna be a 9 on the first hit.
With 3 total hit points left.
Oh no!
What happens next?
Oh shit!
She is your mother's daughter!
Yep,
Mhm.
we've come full circle now.